Welcome to Synthetic Warehouse and oilordering.com, your headquarters for all Amsoil products at the best possible price, anytime. I wanted to go over another popular product that I've been selling quite a bit, both here in our stores and online, and that's the Amsoil EAAU cold air intake filters, the racing filters, and those are EAAR. And then we also have the 14-inch replacement for all those aftermarket Eldebrock and vintage vehicle air filter replacement. Now, people always say, "Oh, you have to oil these." No, you don't. They're an aftermarket product, of course, but their task is always come out with something that's better than what's already out there. So what we have is a dry filter element. Let's just jump right to the detail on this piece of paper here. It's called Nanofiber. It's not cellulose. And let me zoom in and you can see this comparison. Try to get some glare off of this paper. Let's see, how's that? There we go. Now, the material on top is the actual nanofiber. The material on the bottom is similar to your oil wetted gauze type filters, the ones you spray the oil on that you don't want to get in the mass airflow sensor. So what happens is, imagine, I have another picture actually I'll grab. Imagine a chain link fence and you put a tennis ball gets stuck on the inside of the fence and it blocks off that whole area. Here we go. So that whole area is blocked off. There's no chance of any air getting through there. But if you, instead of making the hole smaller, if you make the fibers smaller, which is what you saw in that last diagram, you end up opening up that surface area again. So what they do is, this material starts out as a liquid that's sprayed on, and it's directed in a way so that they can control the actual size and shape of the particulate that they want to stop. So it's a proven system, and I think Donaldson was the first to do this. But you can see how small those fibers are compared to the cellulose. Now, you'll see dry filters advertised in other venues, but they won't say nanofiber. They'll just say a dry filter. So without any other information out there, you know that the Amsoil one is the real deal. Some of them even feature this added intake area. So they're very high quality. And you just use air to clean them. Vacuum or compressed air. Now we're going to show you a comparison of the two that's going to blow your mind here in just a second. But first, we have about 18 different sizes featured. And let me switch this back on regular. And of course there's an array, but we also have oval shaped ones. Here's a popular one here. A lot of the Duramax trucks and other ones will fit. So there's about 18 different ones. This is just a broad spectrum. And then of course we have this racing series. These come in different heights. There's the lid, very high quality piece of merchandise there. And then there's a base for all your typical carburetors setups as well. So we do have that if you want a nice blue instead of that red that gets real dirty over time. And then, like I said earlier, we got the drop-in. Oh, and one other thing. Caught that before it hit the floor. Fix that in a little bit. One other thing is we also have the pre-cleaners available. This will fit over that racing. We also have one that for these type of filters that just fit over the media area, kind of like a hairnet. And of course we've got them for all our cold air intake filters. They just slide on and they take it down to 5 micron. Oh, by the way, the flow of these air filters, there's nothing compromised. The original initial design was made for the Abrams M1 tank to keep sand getting into the engine, and they use vibration to clean them. So if you read our material online, just go to Oil Ordering Online, you'll see that they do filter nicely down to 2 micron. And they also have just the same capacity, if not more, but it's still going to provide more engine air volume, or more air volume than the engine can handle anyway. So there's no compromise there. Now let's go over to, and by the way, if you go online, you just look up the EAAU air filter, Echo Alpha Alpha Uniform. So now we're going to run over to the other room, and I'm going to show you with this light bulb here a little demonstration. Let's see if I can get the camera set up. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, let's do it a different way. Alright, here we go. Now, see that light bulb? Now this is a EAAU filter that's 12 years old. There you go. You can see there's a bit of light coming through, a blue color. Let's see if I can, let me just zoom in here. There we go. So you can see that. You can see where the light bulb was. Now, let's look at the K&N filter. That's what this one is. We have non-K&N brands too. And you can almost just see the light bulb through there. You can actually see the gleam of the shiny glass. It's an LED light bulb, but you can, it's a huge difference. Huge difference. And you can just, when the oil gets through in your intake, you can just take your finger and rub on that, and there's dirt in there too. It just gets right through. And another way you can do that, prove that, is we had a Duramax customer that had a lot of wear coming through on his oil analysis. And I asked him what kind of air filter he had, and he told us, he said he's got one of those oil wetted gauze type. We switched that out, and subsequent oil changes after that did not have anywhere near the amount of contaminants. Oh, and by the way, the price of these, they range anywhere from $30 to $70. It just depends on the size, so they are quite reasonable. One other company, I'll just throw a plug in for somebody else. There's a company called Icebox. They make them for the Dodges, for the Cummins engine trucks, and they use our filters. They give you an option to buy our filter with their kit. So get their kit with the Amsoil filter, and then you can call us and get the replacement ones pretty much near cost. Our number is 800-579-0580. And that concludes this. Again, visit us, syntheticwarehouse.com or oilordering.com. And you're watching this film on the EAAU cold air intake and racing and aftermarket carburetor filters. Thank you.